Hello, it is time to hop aboard, and this time we are getting on a rocket ship. So that's what we're painting this week. Let's have fun. I'm using an authentic Santorini stone. This one has some blemishes on it, so I'm going to work around it. I'm going to let you know what I'm using, but of course, this is your art project. You can use whatever you would like. This mechanical pencil is from Walmart. It is Papermate brand. I use these all the time. They're super awesome. I'm just doing a rough sketch of my rocket, and of course, if you have a traceable or something like that, you could probably make a more accurate one. I'm just winging it here. Doesn't have to be perfect, we're just having fun. I've never painted a rocket before, so this was an opportunity for me to also try something new. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to be using watercolors from Etsy, and you can go to etsy.com and take a look for the Foiling Rock Lady. Absolutely high quality watercolor. Fantastic. If you do not have watercolor, you can water down acrylic to get the same effect or similar effect, or you can simply use paint pens. This is your project. You can do it how you want. So normally on our plane rides and train rides, we require you to paint 100% of your rock. This time, if you would like to leave portions of your rocket and portions of your smoke white, that's awesome too. That's what I'm going to be doing. You can paint along with me. If you have a rocket already picked out or you find something cool, do one that you like. You don't have to do our tutorials, but we're doing this to give you a little bit of an assist if you're not sure what you're painting. So I want to go through here and erase some of my marks just so that it's not all uniform, because clouds aren't. Smoke and clouds are not uniform, so let's break it up a little bit and make it interesting. Okay, I like that. So let's go on to the next step. I'll take some paint pens here. I'm using Posca and some other brands. My other brands, I can't recall what I've ordered from Amazon, but they were super low price. Any brand works. It doesn't matter what kind you have. I'm just going through here and adding some details to the rocket. This project was so fun. First, when we were talking about this, I was like, ooh, I want to do a rocket, and then I got scared, but I like how this one turned out, so aren't we all the same way? So I'm just working on the details of my rocket. Of course, you're going to see me paint a little bit of watercolor over top of my lines, and I'll go back and fix that. It's no biggie. If you make a mistake, it's always fixable. And if you make an epic mistake, you can always paint over and start again. But the cool thing about Santorini is if you really don't like what you've made, you can take a piece of sandpaper and get it all the way back to pure white and start all over again, unless you're using alcohol inks. Okay, here is my Foiling Rock Lady, beautiful watercolors. These are amazing. A lot of you ask me which set is which color. I have no clue. As you can see, I've got a blend of everything. So I'm going in here with a really gorgeous blue. I've made a mess out of my little pan, which I do often, so don't mind me. I'm going to make a big giant mess. So I'm not going to sit here and make you watch this whole thing, because I'm just doing this blue all the way across. So here we go. It's gorgeous. Oh my goodness, this paint. So let's take this purple and go around the edge, just kind of for a darker edge look. What I'm doing here to get the effect is I'm dropping my paintbrush, and then I'm just kind of dotting it on. I don't really want flat brushed out space. I kind of want like a modeled distorted view. So that's kind of what I'm going for, and it ended up being exactly what I wanted, which was cool. So let's take a couple of other colors and go in here and add some interest. So this is a really deep magenta sparkle, and it's incredible. And as you can see, these are still wet while I'm going over top of them. Once this dries a little bit, you're going to see me go back in and darken this up, just because I didn't want a lot of the white underneath showing. I wanted some dark, bold color, and that's what I got. I'm thrilled with these paints. Every single time I paint with them, it just kind of blows my mind. And also, it depends on your base color. So if your base color is white, you will get some color. But if your base color is black, holy moly, your socks are just going to get knocked off. So I really, really like my colors here, and I'm going in with my bottle cap glitter now just to add some glittery stuff. So right underneath of my rocket, you see that I've missed that whole section, which I was so I was so into my background, I didn't even think about that part. So I'll go back in a few minutes and add some more of the center blue and some glitter. So I'm very happy with the way this looks, but I'm still going to go darken it up a little bit. I think that magenta really added something special. And also the teal. So here I'm fixing the part that I missed. And then let's go back over here and darken up this blue a little bit. The amazing thing about watercolor is you can do a hint of color, or you can do like this, go back and stack color on top of color and get a deeper hue. This paint is so versatile. You can use it in so many different ways, and not to mention Wanda's price is literally a fraction of comparable brands. So we always, always, always support Wanda, not only because her products are fantastic, but she's an amazing person. So let's hit our edge one more time with this purple and just make like a, I don't know, like a nighttime mystery. I don't know. You know what I'm going for. So just going around the edge, and I'm loving this. I absolutely love, love, love the turnout on this. It ended up being one of my favorites. I don't think that I can ever top my alien that we did on the very first train ride, but this is pretty close. All right, so let's work on these big puffs of smoke. So I'm going to leave the ones at the top connected to the rocket white. I'm going to pick two colors. Right now I'm going at the top with gold, and then I'm going to pick a corresponding color, one color that I think will look nice with the color that I'm working on. And this is going to be orange. So I'm going to stay close to my top line with my gold. Then I'm going to go down here with my corresponding color on the bottom line. Notice I'm only using one brush. That's really all I need. So let's fill in this bottom part, and then I'm going to swipe my brush and grab that gold and kind of marry the colors together. So I'm using quite a bit of water here. I really want that loud color. So now that I've coated the bottoms, let's go pick up this gold and just touch it. Just touch it to the rock and kind of let it spread and do its own thing. Once you touch the gold down, it's going to automatically blend in with your orange. That's another cool thing about watercolor, is it just kind of does what you want it to do. So I'm going to let it do its thing. And there we go. Fantastic. That's just what I was looking for. Okay, I'm not going to make you sit through all the layers, but on the next one I did a pink and a purple. And now I'm going to go down here and use my sky blue as my top blue. And then you're going to see me dip one, and that's not the color that I was looking for. So I'm going to dip the top left and go in with the teal that I used in the sky, which actually ended up pretty cool because I'm using the colors of the sky at the bottom and they're completely different. These paints are just, I can't even stop talking about them. This is one of the coolest things that I've done with rock painting, is these watercolors. They're just tremendously full of joy, and they make you try new things, and here I am. So this is what I thought that I wanted, but I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and that's not what I wanted. So let's go up here to the top left and grab this teal. That's exactly what I was looking for. I just dipped the wrong one. So we're going to do the same process with all three smoke clouds. I'm going to layer up the top, go down, layer up the bottom, and then let's just go by and let the colors marry together as we go. Super, super fun. And again, if you don't have watercolors, you can do acrylic paints, you can do paint pens, you can do whatever you want to. If you do 2 colors of paint pens, you can also get a lightly wet brush and blend them together just like we're doing right now. It's just not going to turn out the same way, but we know that with all of the materials that we use, everything ends up different. And that's actually kind of cool. So here we go. All of our little smoke clouds are done. And I love this already, and I'm not even done. So I need to let this dry completely, and then we're going to go on to our next step. Oh, yes, look at that. It's awesome. Love it. Okay, next step. This is completely dry. If I do this while it's wet, it will spray. The spray will grab the paints and run it directly off the rock. So I've waited, let it dry. I'm doing a mist coat. Super, super light spray. You can see I'm far away from the rock. If I spray it heavily, really up close, it's just going to knock all the watercolor off the rock. So let's let this dry, and that kind of makes our watercolor stay in place, and then it allows us to use a pen over top and not drag our colors around. So let's go up here and re-outline a couple of places where I got blue paint on top of my Posca pen, and then the only thing left to do is go over here and outline our clouds and our smoke clouds. This is so much fun. The white area that I'm doing around right now is bare Santorini. If you would like to leave a portion of your clouds bare Santorini, rock on. If you're using a landscape rock and you're using a white base coat, leave it white if you want to. Okay, got everything lined out. Love it. Love, love, love. So I've got my uni ball pen. Of course, it argues, so let's get it started on our hand. And I'm just going to add some little stars and then I'll call it done. This is your art project. Do it the way you want to. Have fun. Use whatever materials you would like to. This is simply a hint to get you started, but you can make whatever you would like to. I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for joining me. Have a beautiful day.